Alright guys, here we are for another trailer review. Today we're going to be reviewing the trailer for the movie Slender Man.
What up, Slenderman?
Slender Man. I know enough about him to be dangerous.
Oh, you know about the internet?
Yeah,
I've heard
about the internet.
The internet has some shit on it, and one of them is Slender Man. I like how on the cover there's condensation, and the trails are like the fake tentacles of Slenderman.
Now
I imagine that'll be the highlight of this entire experience.
Is Slender Man copywritten now? Because it was the title was coined by one particular person, was it not?
Yeah, I thought it was a random. It's like a random like meme of the internet that came about that people started to use.
But I wonder if this movie is made by the originators of the Slender Man stories that made it popular, or if this is just somebody making like the first Slender Man movie, calling it Slender Man.
Yeah,
because there's been a lot of movies with tall, gangly men in suits.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the Chupacabra or something like that, or the Jersey Devil or whatever.
Where anyone can do it?
Well, because like you'd say, like, well, how could you buy the rights? Who would you buy the rights from? And with Slender Man, there might be a person who can claim to have originated it. That
2008, I think.
Right?
I think it directly ties back to a single person.
Like the way the internet works now, you can find like the post where someone first used it. Do they get the rights then? That's really
I don't
weird.
know. I wonder.
I've heard this trailer is horrible.
Yeah, let's check this shit out.
Fuck yeah. I think we both agree that we want to know what's in her hands so badly we have to see the whole movie now.
That movie trailer is a mess.
Was that the whole movie?
That was
so long.
That was
awesome.
long. It was too long. Short and sweet is how you want movies like this, where they don't tell you anything in the trailer. This just...
How about we cut 90 seconds out of the trailer, and it's just the kids missing, and then it's her looking on the side of the tree and seeing the like dim figure, and then it turns back, and then she goes to look again, and then it cuts, right? And then it's like Slender Man 2018.
Yeah, I think that would have been enough.
Right? Because this is like, you see it doesn't look great. There's this whole
thing.
He's
magical. He makes you kill yourself.
Right?
He floats in on the walls. He's trying the handle. He's giant and can't just push the door over. He's like, oh, it's locked. I guess they don't want me there.
But then there's the thing where like shadows are like, coming in through like the crack or something.
Yeah.
Shadow Man's.
I would have done one step further than you, and I would have showed the wall of the drawings and stuff.
Yeah, no. There's other parts.
I would have shown the searching, the mom crying, her in the woods, the look back, the see it, and then I don't even think I would have shown the him get her. I think I would have cut it right there.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like cut.
Slenderman.
Cut instead. I like her coming out of the woods with like blood on her face and stuff like that. Did she eat her own hands? You think? Why wouldn't they show? They started to pan down, and I'm a fucking caveman, so I started to like tilt up and try to like look down on the fucking thing.
I've done that too. My favorite is when you see people look around the back of a TV to
Where's that? What's going on? Oh, you can see up her skirt. You start going down. You're like, oh, I'm a caveman. I know how this thing works. I know it's not possible, but I'm like, No, I didn't know Slender Man could make you kill yourself. I thought he just stole kids out of like the woods, and I thought there was a whole thing of him like luring you, like appealing to you in some way.
I thought he makes you kill other people, so that he'll take you to like another dimension.
Where stuff's slender and awesome.
I thought he owns a castle or something.
I don't know the actual. Okay, I don't know any of the actual legend of Slender Man, but what I have inferred from like seeing it is like it's like a dark entity that can barely look like a human. There's a suit involved and a sort of a head, and it's just doing its best.
Yeah, bald, white, blurry, pale guy.
It's like an anglerfish can kind of look like whatever the thing's gonna eat, but it's really not that. Like an octopus looks like coral reef, but it's really not. It's like a stick bug trying to be like a stick. It's this tentacle monster trying to kind of look like a human, just enough to like lure kids out and do a thing. Or that's better than what it really is.
Probably
that's
better
either
than what
that's
it
better than
really
what it really is.
This almost makes me believe it has to be by the original people that owned it, just because it seems such a mess and so bad that I'm like, it's someone who doesn't usually make movies making a movie.
You can buy the rights, but we have to follow my outline exactly. And the filmmaker's just like, fuck.
Well, I took it as not even a company buying the rights. I saw him going like, "Hey, I have this. I own this thing, Slender Man.
Give me money to make.
Give me money to make a movie."
Yeah. Well, that's even worse. That's like 50 Shades of Grey or something like that.
Yep.
I really like the shot where she's by the tree and like looks back and it's like in the mist and all that stuff. Because that's what all like the pictures that were getting passed around, where people were photoshopping him, like finding pictures of kids on like the playground, or like kids doing something, or like famous things, and just sticking like a little Slender Man somewhere and be like,
it's
a real
idea.
Like that's cool. I like that.
But this seems to have gone way over that. Into something else.
And I think we've really hit upon something with the science of this, where horror movies, right, it happens to be on the screen right now. There's maggots and tentacles, and there's writing, and there's drawings, and there's murdering and killing yourself, and missing and found, and all these different things. And you're like, what am I supposed to be scared of? What is happening here?
Give me the basis of the thing. It's somebody in the woods. That's what I want.
Give me a thing. Like, do people really is there a demographic that loves people stabbing themselves in the eye enough that you have to include that in every single horror movie trailer? I think the answer is yes.
Yes, obviously. Yes.
And that makes me even sadder than bad trailers. I really want to see this stuff.
Shock is the new horror.
Shock.
And like, torture porn. That's the thing. While I'm a man who likes
gore is the new terror.
I like a good thing, like a scary premise. Like a jump scare is fine, but a premise is what gets me. Where it's like no matter how far you run, no matter what you do, he finds you. He's there. He's in the shadows. You can't block him out. Like things like that, where it's like, oh man, what would I do? I'd probably put a knife in my eye because there's no escaping it. Like
it would be a great thing for the trailer. No, I love stuff where like characters are doing something, but that's not really what's really there, and they're tricked and all that stuff, like psychological type weird shit. Even like low key, like Sessions 9, or even or even not paranormal, like Cabin Fever. Like there's all these ways to do really interesting, awesome things. Because really, it's about the ugliness of people and humanity. It's not about that, right? Because I can do that right there. That was for you. Thank you. Enjoy your life.
All right, guys, so that's Slender Man.
I really want to watch this movie. I'm not kidding. I actually want to see this movie.
By this trailer, and I do not want to see this. I think this looks lame.
This. So does that mean that I have to thumbs it up?
There was one with Jessica Biel.
I want to see what's going on here.
With kids in the woods and stuff, and like that's a better version of Slender Man. Have you seen that one? What is that one called?
Like the believers, the seers, the children.
I forget, but it's kids are like.
Wasn't Jessica Biel had a thing where like kids could see like the dead, and she's like, "What are you looking at?" And that's like the end of the trailer.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. This is one where she lives in like some sort of a closed down mining town. Like the plant closed, and there's no jobs. It's a poor, rundown shit community, and like kids just keep going missing. And eventually, like her son goes missing, and she's like following this like hooded figure, and like it was a very good movie. Dude. I forget what it's called, but it was very good, and the production value was amazing.
It's called Better Slender Man.
Had a ridiculous like what the ending. It was good.
No spoilers.
This is not that. This is bad. Don't see this, Lee.
I want it to be. I want to know how all these different things come together and like what's going on here. I want to be able to say.
I would say I would go on a limb and say they barely come together.
That's what I want to like confirm or something like that. I really just want to know, and I want to look up more so than even eventually seeing it. Is that whole thing about the rights and like the property and how this whole thing works? Because I'm very curious what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let us know in the comments below what you think about this. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.